Hey there, YouTube. Welcome back to another Texas Leprechaun tabletop review. What I got for you today is another Kershaw. Now, I'm not huge into some of the designs that Kershaw's been putting out recently, except for the Launch series. And that's what I got for you today. Now, this particular one is going to be the Launch one. This model number is 7100 GRY-BLK. And let me talk about it real quick. So this knife, this one right here, I don't know. Looking at it, it looks phenomenal. It's a stealthy looking, I don't know if you want to say it's a tactical looking blade, I guess because it has the DLC coating. But I just think it's awesome looking. I have a Launch 3 that's smaller, and I like it as well, but not near as much as I like the Launch 1 series. I love the blade design, and I don't know if you can tell, but it has a little, yeah, you can see. I don't want to say that's a swedge. Well, I guess it is a swedge. But the overall aesthetics of this is just freaking knock it out of the park. The blade handle feels really good in the hand. How it actually deploys, man, look at this. I mean, it just snaps right in place. And, of course, love how the laser engraved American flag there. It's just a phenomenal looking knife. I like the size too. I've started getting more into, I guess you could say it's not really a large knife, but it's more of a, I guess, a medium to large blade. It does use the CPM 154 steel, which is a powdered version of the 154 steel. You're probably more in common with a lot of the Benchmade knives that use a 154 CM. And even though that's a great steel, it's, I mean, based on everything I've read as far as reviews, the CPM, the powdered version, is even better. It maintains the edge a little bit better. Why did I decide to get another auto knife? Well, one, I live in Texas. They allow us to carry them, and why not, right? I mean, some people out there, they just state the fact that they'd rather have something that's a manual open knife. Yeah, that's great, but when you can have something that deploy as quick and as you see as well as that, why not get one? Why not carry one? And that's the reason I pretty much have maintained that line of thinking. I have well, I don't say several. I have a few more auto knives. Obviously, I mentioned I already have the Kershaw Launch 3. I got a Piranha. I have the ProTech SNG with the Mixed Rider collaboration. All of those do a great job, but all of them have a little bit, obviously, a different design. The Piranha, for instance, is a much more slimline design. The Launch 3 is smaller than it's this one, and then I would say the largest version would be my ProTech. I love each and every one of them for what they're made for. This, I don't know if I would really want to say it's a tactical blade. Because of the color, because of the fact it's an auto blade, many people would probably say it is. Great. If that's what you want to call it, phenomenal. But for everything that I pretty much use a knife for, and by the way, guys, I'm not using this as a weapon per se. Yes, if I get attacked, if someone's going to try to hold me up, if I'm forced to use it, then damn right I will use it. But why not, right? This is a good looking knife. You're definitely going to be able to fulfill its role into doing your basic EDC tasks. I'm not a big supporter of using a knife as a prying tool, but damn it, if I have to, I will. And I think this knife, for the most part, will hold up to that, just not obviously under some major circumstances. But what knife will, right? What I just find interesting is it's just a very appealing knife. The one thing I guess I could say that's somewhat of a detractor is the actual pocket clip. I want to say the Skyline uses this, and I never really thought it was all that appealing on the Skyline, nor do I think it's all that appealing on this particular blade. I'm much more in favor of a deep pocket carry clip. I think you've probably heard me say that on multiple other reviews. It serves its purpose. I guess you could say it's not exactly like a spoon, but it is a fairly wide pocket clip. Now, obviously, looking back here, I love what they did as far as the design aspect on the back here, and I'm not going to be able to probably get enough light, This back one right here serves as a lanyard hole. Yeah, you can probably see it a little bit better there. It does a great job. Now, yes, I would rather probably have a open frame, just so that from a cleaning and maintenance standpoint it makes it easier. But I do think that the way that they milled this out, it does look, I don't know, it looks cool to me. So, and I always reference like Nut and Fancy, the second kind of cool. Isn't that the reason a lot of times we buy these knives? I mean, if it's something that's just a straight handle with a blade, you can get that any day of the week. And chances are you probably have at least one of those kind of knives. But it's not the one that you put in your pocket. And you know why? It's because you want to kind of show this kind of blade off. I can already tell you, I've carried this to work and I've carried it around with my friends, and every one of them wants to use it and deploy it out. They love the automatic feature and they all think it looks cool. And let's face it, once again, that's the reason I got it. I'm sure it's going to do a fine job. And listen, I highly recommend this. I highly recommend most of the knives I carry, because obviously I wouldn't carry it if I didn't think it was kind of cool or it works and its functionality was there. I got to hand it to Kershaw. I think they definitely have a winner here. You know, and I've said it before, I don't think Kershaw has come out with any kind of designs that I think stand out. I think they've used, or they've focused their line too much on the lower end, where they're overutilizing 8 CR13 MOV steel, the Chinese steel, and having Chinese knives. Listen, I understand from a manufacturing standpoint, that's where a lot of manufacturers are going. But once again, anytime that I can get an American-made blade, good quality, phenomenal quality steel, and an auto version for less than $100, I'm going to be standing in line to get one, because you don't see that every day, and the quality we have here is phenomenal. Kershaw needs to really be focusing their attention and maybe their money and funds into something more like this. And I don't know, be a little bit more imaginative than your standard injection molded handles and you know, your standard 8CR13 MOV drop, you know, what do you call it? Drop point blades. You know, you can only use those so often before people get tired of them. And I've already reached my limit, and I don't know how you feel about it, but it's pushed me to go seek out other brands. You know, y'all know that I'm in favor of touching base with like Boker and Benchmade and Spyderco. I like looking at other brands because the innovation is there. You know, kind of getting back a little bit to China, they do have a lot better brands out there, and I've showed y'all to a few of them, the Kaisers and things of that nature. Great quality, great materials. Guess what? They're the ones making the money now. Kershaw needs to focus their attention on something that's quality and that's going to hold up the test of time. That's what the Launch 1 series will give you. I highly recommend it. This is the Texas Leprechaun. Leave your comments in the section below. Hit that like button. I greatly appreciate it. And sub me. I'll see you next time.